Hello viewers, welcome to our channel Fact Engine. The Vietnam War, which took place from 1955 to 1975, was a complex and controversial conflict that deeply affected both Vietnam and the United States. It was a war that not only shaped the future of Vietnam, but also left a profound impact on American society and politics. First, coming to the question, why did the war start? The Vietnam War had its roots in the broader context of the Cold War, where the United States and the Soviet Union were engaged in a global struggle for influence and power. After World War II, Vietnam, then part of French Indochina, sought independence from French colonial rule. The Vietnamese nationalist movement, led by the communist leader Ho Chi Minh, declared independence in 1945. However, the French sought to reassert control, leading to the First Indochina War. This conflict ended in 1954 with the Geneva Accords, which temporarily divided Vietnam into two parts: the Communist North, led by Ho Chi Minh, and the anti-communist South, supported by the United States. The USA was concerned about the spread of communism in Southeast Asia, following the domino theory, which suggested that if one country fell to communism, others in the region would follow. To prevent this, the USA supported the South Vietnamese government, led by Ngo Dinh Diem, which was anti-communist but increasingly unpopular due to its authoritarian policies. As tensions escalated, and with the belief that a communist victory in Vietnam would threaten USA interests in the region, America gradually increased its involvement. By 1965, the USA began sending large numbers of troops to Vietnam, marking the start of full-scale military intervention. Despite its military superiority, the United States ultimately lost the Vietnam War due to a combination of factors. Number 1. Guerrilla warfare and terrain. The Viet Cong and North Vietnamese forces employed guerrilla tactics, using the dense jungles to their advantage. The USA military, trained for conventional warfare, found it difficult to counter these tactics. The unfamiliar terrain, along with the determination and resilience of the Vietnamese forces, led to significant USA casualties and frustration. Number 2. Public opinion and anti-war movement. As the war dragged on, American public opinion turned against it. Graphic media coverage, including images of the war's brutality, fueled a strong anti-war movement. Protests erupted across the country, with many questioning the morality and necessity of the war. This growing dissent put immense pressure on the USA government to withdraw. Number 3. Strategic missteps. The USA military strategy, including the heavy use of aerial bombardment and chemical defoliants like Agent Orange, failed to achieve decisive victories and often alienated the South Vietnamese population. The inability to secure widespread support from the South Vietnamese people weakened the USA position. Number 4. Tet Offensive. In 1968, the Viet Cong and North Vietnamese forces launched the Tet Offensive, a coordinated series of attacks on major cities and military bases in South Vietnam. Although militarily repelled, the scale and intensity of the offensive shocked the American public and eroded confidence in the USA government's assurances that victory was near. Number 5. Diplomatic isolation and political cost. The war also isolated the USA diplomatically, straining relations with allies. The political and financial cost of the war became unsustainable, leading to calls for a negotiated peace. In 2008, a report revealed that the costing of Vietnam War was around 68,000 crore USD, which is equivalent to around 1 lakh crore USD in today's date. By 1973, the USA had begun withdrawing its forces, and in 1975, the North Vietnamese captured Saigon, leading to the unification of Vietnam under communist control. The Vietnam War was a conflict that reflected the broader ideological struggle of the Cold War, but ended in a significant and humbling defeat for the United States. The war not only shaped the history of Vietnam, but also had lasting effects on American society, politics, and military strategy. The lessons learned from the Vietnam War continue to influence USA foreign policy to this day. That's a wrap on our look into the Vietnam War and why it ended the way it did. Please like the video, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss future content. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. How do you think the Vietnam War changed the course of history? Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.